All right, YouTube. So it's been about a week since Fantastical Parade has dropped, and I've watched other people do their pulls, but I have not done mine. I did plan on doing it last Wednesday when the set dropped, but I got distracted and I got busy, couldn't make it, and the last thing I decided to pull on was the deluxe pack, and I recorded those pulls, but I'll also admit those pulls were very ass, and I also had to record them on my phone via screen recording because my game was updating really slowly. So by the time I could even get it up to work, I was out of time. Right. Anywho, needless to say, I didn't pull any 2 stars or any immersives or anything like that from that I didn't already have anyway. I didn't pull any 2 stars at all, but I didn't pull anything I didn't already have for the most part. So kind of a waste of 120 hourglasses to say the least. But with that being said, we're here to pull on Fantastical Parade. I've been using my daily pulls on Mega Rising for the longest now, trying to get the immersive Gyarados. That's the last one I'm missing from the set. But we're gonna hop right into this. Oh, and for those of you who don't know, my name is Sasuke KJJ3 on YouTube. Here I go by Blank. I don't know when this video is going up on the channel, so don't try to guess the timeline on that. But if you guys ever want to catch me live, you can catch me live at twitch.tv/SasukeKJJ3. I was just about to give you guys the last part and say they'll figure it out, right? Probably not. Let's see. I had a wonder pick for this card and I missed it. There's another trainer too that I had a wonder pick for, and I missed both of those, and it pisses me off because the 2-star trainers are some of my favorite cards to see. So this is our first pack of the new set. Let's pop this open real quick. Let's see what we're working with. It's our free daily. We still have one. I think mine's reset at like 7 a.m. my time. From the last time in which I opened a pack, that is. It doesn't have much to do with like an actual time thing like that. It's just the last time I opened a pack. Try this one more time. I like how it just slides off the screen. All right. And actually, I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna give you guys time. If you have a free pack or you want to do a 10 pack or whatever it is you want to do, we can do that together right now. So I'm gonna wait a bit. You can pause the video if you want to like open your packs and everything like that. But on rip, so it's gonna go 3, 2, 1, rip. On rip, we're gonna rip the pack open together. And you guys can drop in the comments below if you got anything good or if it was a god pack, something like that. If you got nothing, also let me know. But you know, I'm just curious to see what you guys are doing. Chat, give me your energy here. I need some positivity on this. All right, so 3, 2, 1, rip. Ooh, we heard that. Hold on, we heard that. That was a sound, that was a chime. Can we check? No, we don't check. We go in blind. Okay. Frog in the roll. Oh, okay. Mud slap 30, 2 energy. Mudkip, tackle. Chestman, bind whip 32 energy. Ugh, risky. Shelladon, rolling tackle, fire and water. It's a dragon type. I never understood what dragon types are because I think who is it? Dragonite is water electric. It takes water and electric energy, I think, and then this takes fire and water. So I just feel like that makes it really hard for me to know which one I'm trying to need. Ooh! Let's fucking go. First pack. First pack. And we get a 2-star trainer. Let's go. Let's go. I'm so excited. Okay, so I've been seeing this card on Reddit and stuff like that, and it looked really cool and I wanted it, but I knew it wasn't gonna be mine. I just knew. On top of which, it wasn't one of the cards out of the 2 that have popped up in my wonder picks. It's not one of the ones that has popped up in my wonder pick yet. So very happy to have seen this card pop up, no less in my free pack. Oh man, let's round of applause for Pocket for treating me nice right here. Round of applause for Pocket. Hey, shout out to you guys. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have this right now. Ooh, Sightseer. It looks so good too. So funny story about this card. I saw a dude on Reddit doing a giveaway for it, and also the Reddit giveaways for this game are insane. Like, it's people are like, hey, giving away an oak, guess my favorite like Pokemon from all gens. First one to guess it gets it. And I'm thinking to myself, like, number one, that's gonna be difficult. Number two, even if they get it right, they have to have a 2-star card to send you so you can trade them the 2-star. So it's like, if you don't have a 2-star that you just want to give up, you're pretty much cooked. So I mean, how bad do you want that oak if you win? You know what I mean? Also, the deadlines are like really crazy. Like, they'll be like, first person to guess it in like the next like hour, and then someone might guess it in the first like 2 minutes. I know one dude did one for Sightseer, and he was like, guess my favorite trainer card or whatever, and then someone said Sightseer, and he was like, yeah, actually, so you got it. And it was in the first like 5 minutes, and I was like, what was the point? What does this do? Look at the top 4 cards of your deck, pull all stage 1 Pokemon you find into your hand, shuffle the other cards back to. Woo! Not too bad if you're playing something like, if you're running like a Charizard or a Superior kind of deck and you need to hurry up and evolve. Anything that involves evolutions. This is pretty nice. Yo, I'm extremely ecstatic. That was one of my, not gonna lie, all the trainer cards tend to be my chase cards so far. If you check my wish list on this game, it's mostly 2-star evolutions and trainer cards. But that was like that one, and I think it's another one. They were definitely my chase cards for this set. I did want those. So to go ahead and pull that one right away, almost elite. Hold on, chat. Hold on, YouTube. Let me think this through. What do we do here? Hold on. All right. Let's see. How are we doing this? How many do we have? 1497. Okay. So I say we go for 3. We'll go for 3 10-packs. We'll see how we're feeling. And if we're still doing great, we'll bump it up to 4. How'd that sound? One's in chat if that sounds good. Chat got real quiet. Anywho, oh, it only cost me 112 here. Okay. Well, that's not so bad. All right, let's pray for more 2-star trainers, immersives. Apparently there are 2 immersives, one of them being Meowth. I don't know how I feel about that, but yeah, okay. All right, we're gonna go left to right to left on this one. All right, let's lock in. Really quiet, no chimes. Not too happy about that. Why do we get Meowth as the immersive and then a Alolan Meowth as the actual card? Excuse me? Let's see. Okay, Alolan Meowth, flip a coin. If heads, discard a random energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. That's gonna be kind of annoying, not gonna lie. I actually don't know this. I mean, I know this scatter, but okay. Yupa. Signs of Evolution, put a random card that evolves from you. Oh, okay. Late Goss. Okay. Float up. A lot of 1 energy Pokemon here in track. Gullet. I didn't know this existed. Snapping Trap. Interesting. And it's a steel type of all. Oh, okay, that's new. Bro, this is one Pokemon I never have to keep seeing, like, ever again. Like, I don't know why. Machoke? Okay. Yeah, I think I saw we got a new Viper. Okay. Better than Nose Pass? I don't know, man. Maybe. I'll say this. I think I like Pinsir way more than I like Alolan Muck or Grimer. Or I like Pinsir more. I'll say that, I guess. but definitely like bottom 3 Pokemon of all time. Next to Trubbish. Next to fucking Trubbish, because no one's asking for that. All right, we got nothing to set. Yeah, okay, so Juggler. Fun fact, this was the card that was in my Wonder Pick, but it was also in Japanese, so I had no idea what the name of the card was. But it was a 2-star full art trainer, and it looked cool, and I was like, oh, that looks, I want that. You can use this card only if your Pokemon in play have 3 or more different types of energy attached to move all energy from each of your bench Pokemon. So, who is using 3 types of what? Yo, if you're like, I'm trying to think what you'd be running for that to work. You'd have to be running like that's like something that's like self-sufficient. And then on top of it being like self-sufficient, you'd have to have 2 different types of energy in your energy zone. So you're still gambling like really hard. I don't know who you use this with, but I guess it works. Here's Sightseer, the regular card. Metadite. We get a lot of these. Spinda. Yeah, I've been getting hit with this when I play solo battles. Gossifleur, Razor Leaf, Alolan Persian. I don't like this design whatsoever. To be fair, I don't like Alolan. I don't like most Alolan designs. I think the only one I really care for is like Sandslash and Vulpix. I think those are the only ones I find cool. Toxel. Ooh, hold on. Changing background. Training area. The stadium cards are new. Okay, attacks used by stage 1 Pokemon in play, both yours and your opponents do plus 10 damage to your. I feel like stadium cards are really cool because it adds a new dynamic to the game where you could be giving yourself, like, for example, if you're someone who plays like psychic type, like I prefer to play, what is it, Darkrai and Giratina. If you use that stadium card, you're giving yourself an advantage, but you have to pray that your opponent also isn't running a psychic type deck, because if they are, you're going to give them an advantage too. So then you have to decide if you're going to play that card or not. So you have to think about it. If I play that card, am I putting myself at an advantage or a disadvantage? And then at that point, I think it heavily depends on like what cards you draw first, like how well you're drawing your cards. Shuckle. Okay. Guard press. Galarian Ponytail. Hold on, was that 5? Whoa! Was not expecting a double Sightseer. That's great. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. Was not expecting double Sightseer. Okay. Okay. I'm kind of happy I didn't check to see what the card was, like to see if it was a 2-star. That was overly loud in my ear. Glad I didn't check, but man, okay, not bad. Is there another one from this set that I really wanted? There's Trainer? I believe there was. Okay, nothing here. Kangaskhan, Steady Punch. 6, okay. Guaranteed 60, but you get an extra 30 if you can flip the coin. Mumble, Litwit, Ferret. That bounce, Toxel, Scrafty. Oh, okay, this is new. Crush the Weak. If this Pokemon has more energy attached than your opponent's active Pokemon. Whoa! So, whoa. So if you catch someone slipping and you get this out first 2 turns and they don't have shit, you might be, ooh, that might hurt. Gears. You can only use this card if you have Galarian. I don't want Galarian anything. This is cool though. Axel, Mudkip, Wobbuffet, Marshall. Okay. What was that noise? We heard a noise. We heard a chime. We heard a noise. Pulse. Okay, I'm glad these are in the game again. Flip a coin. Now Paralyzed. Okay. Sandshrew. I love this art. Sandshrew is one of my favorite Pokemon, and I do love this art for Sandshrew. This is really nice. Marshtomp. Okay. So also very glad we've got Mega Swampert in the game. Kind of sad we don't have Mega Sceptile, but I do like the Gen 3 starters a lot. So Mega Blaziken, Mega Swampert, hopefully Mega Sceptile is on the way soon. And that will be a huge chase card for me. Galarian. What is this? Evolved from Galarian Meowth. What the? Not a fan of this, but Once during your turn when you're okay. Yeah, I forgot what Galarian. I was getting Galarian and Alolan mixed for a second. Still hate that there are two different versions of that, by the way, but that is what it is. Let's see if we can. I don't know. Once during your turn, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may put 2 random Pokemon tool cards. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. Tyrant. Okay. Oh, you have to use a fossil to get this. Okay. Finish her again. Meowth. Carefree. A lot of Meowths in this. We got regular Meowth, Galarian Meowth, Alolan Meowth, and then I guess that's why Meowth is the immersive. But for it to be Fantastical Parade and be a whole psychic thing, don't know why a card that doesn't have a psychic evolution was whatever. Dealing fine. Discard any damage done to it by attack. Flips a coin if head presents all. Oh, okay. Rare Thorn. Flip a coin if has this attack this one. Salamence. Dragon Dive. Flip a coin if tells this Pokemon also this. Ooh. I mean, I guess it's not awful when you think about cards like Giratina, who do a bunch of damage but automatically do damage to itself off rip, along with Mega Charizard, who also does 50 damage to itself. So I mean, I guess it makes sense. But Chop. Okay, we needed that. Vanillish. Something. Nope. Nope. Another Spirit Tomb. If this Pokemon's in an after spot and is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, do 10 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. Oh, okay. Well, that'll help. That'll help you be able to use Cyrus to bring something onto the field and like one-shot it if you were building on your back line. Then Sinista? Sinsti? Interesting. Flip a coin. If heads during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage and effects. Oh. A lot of those going around. Aracuda, Ram, Minun. If Pulse is on the bench, this attack does, of course. Ramble, another one? 90. Okay, so last pack magic wasn't really there. A lot of new cards, not too many repeats, just a few. This wasn't really a repeat per se. I think someone, I'm trying to think, did I wonder pick and get this card, or did someone send me this card in a gift? Either way. Another Sightsee here. Interesting, interesting. Okay. Oh, I forgot to take screenshots of the Sightseer. Hold on. I think I know some people that have already completed this set, but there are also people that play this game like super heavy, so they already have like a ton of cards or a ton of hourglasses. Oh, we almost at 50 if we got one more new card. Let me also take a picture of this real quick. Yo, I hate when this happens. I've been trying to find a way to move my screenshots to something else, but it saves them in the same folder, which is a wrong folder, but needless to say. All right, let's open another 10-pack. Still no immersive, but we did get another Sightseer, so not too shabby. This time we're gonna have to run out of 120, and that's fine. All right, we're gonna let's try left to right. Let's try left to right. We did right to left. Let's try left to right again. Oh wait, and okay, we heard a chime. All right, we got Cubone, which I don't think I knew that was in this set. Okay. Pumpkaboo, interesting. Okay, Mimikyu EX. When this Pokemon is first damaged by an attack after coming into play, prevent that damage. Ooh. Okay, I like that. I like that. I shouldn't have looked because it just ruined the rest of the set, but Sightseer. We're gonna get a lot of Sightseers, I fear. Swellow. Repelling Wind. Once during your turn, you may switch out your opponent's active basic Pokemon to your bench. Your opponent chooses a new active Pokemon. Okay, but it has to be active basic, so if it's not, are you kind of screwed there? Does 50 damage too. Oh yeah, okay, I got this from a Wonder Pick, I do believe too. Frozen Lock during your opponent's next turn. They can't play any cards. And there's Scuda. Jethead, but not bad. 140, that's not awful. Alolan Vulpix, nah. Fire Park, Fast and Claws, flip a coin, just 30 more damage. Okay, so 60 if you get the heads. Okay, we heard a chime. Galarian, Berserker, don't like this card. Well, honestly, this art makes it look a little cooler than the other one did. Aurorus. Hail Prison, discard 2 water energy from this Pokemon. Your opponent's Pokemon is now paralyzed. Oh, okay. 90 for 3. Interesting. Doctoral, Mawile, Reverse Chomp, which this does have a Mega in this set, so we are going to try to go for that. Asimian, this does have an EX in a different set, so that's new. This attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Oh, we got the shiny Magby. The shiny baby Pokemon. Okay. It's funny too because baby Pokemon used to be the shiny, if you will, in the sense that like to get the baby Pokemon at first when they were introduced, you had to get 6 cards in a set in a pack. But now they changed it to where the shinies are now the 6 cards in packs instead of just being in the pack. Headbutt Bounce, Scatterbug, see? Bug Bite. Indeed. Okay, so we're getting another one of these. That's kind of strange. We're getting another one of these right after we just had one. The 70 to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Interesting. Do I get to pick or is it just Sheldon? Already had that. Okay, Side Beam, your opponent's active Pokemon is confused. Not awful. Smeargle, their opponent's in the active spot. Support. Okay. Tail Wow. Not awful. Bagon. Okay, didn't have one of these. Alright. Galarian Zigzagoon. So a lot of Galarian cards here. I'm not sure if I'm, again, not a huge fan of Galarian cards in general. Galarian, Mr. Okay, I don't like this. Mr. Rhyme? Wait, it's an evolved form of Mr. Mime? We jocking that? Alright, Pokemon Company. This 60 damage for each heads is insane, by the way. Again, all luck though. Roserade, that's cool. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now poisoned during your opponent's next turn. The Pokemon can't retreat. Oh, that's painful. That's painful, because if you could retreat, you might be able to save, and knowing that you can't retreat. Ugh. Roselia, okay, flip a coin. If heads, this does 30 more damage. Galarian Rapidash, okay. Probably one of the few Galarians I like. If you have 5 or more energy in play, this does 6. Hold on. So it doesn't say on this Pokemon, in play in general. So if you got a couple, so if you're running something on the bench that just like, oh, I don't know what's his name, Giratina, for example, and you just have it on the bench building energy on it. With this at the front line, just knocking stuff out. When you get to 5 energy total, which would be 4 on the back line, plus remember you get your own energy, so you can just be stacking. Like what? You're doing 100? Kaboo. Okay. Poltergeist. Once during your turn, when you play this Pokemon from your hand, there's a lot of these going around too, by the way. Like when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one, that's a lot of those going around. You may have your opponent shuffle their hand into their deck. For each remaining point that your opponent needs to win, they draw a card. Oh. Kind of bad if they have a lot of cards in their hand and then have to put them all back and then only get like 2 cards or 3. Let me out. Dreadnought, another one, bro. We didn't need another Dreadnought. Sorry. Choodle and Dreadnought, not like they're bad cards. Just we didn't need another one. Nothing here. Wobbuffet, Tadbulb, like Tadpole. Interesting. Another Dual Blade. Another Dual Blade? Didn't we just get Aegislash like last pack? And wasn't it the Crowner? Also interesting. Kangaskhan. They're the Mega Kangaskhan here too. Woo! Mega Mawile EX Rainbow Border 2-star. I like it. Is this a God pack? Probably not. Heat Up Crunch. It does 60 damage. Until this Pokemon leaves the after spot, this Pokemon's heat up crunch attack does 30 damage. Wow, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. I love the colors. Like the colors on the card very much complement, like the rainbow border and that complement each other so well. And Mawile is a pretty cool looking Pokemon, if I may say so myself. Is this a God bag? No, not at all. Oh, and this also evolves from a fossil. Oh, yeah, it is a dinosaur. Yeah, okay. Amaura? Aurora Beam. Anyway, 50 damage, 100. Not awful. Alright. Early on. Wow. Woo! Shiny Ho-Oh-EX. Bang! Hold up. That's nice. That part looks so good. I saw my friend that did his 10 packs last week. I saw him pull and he also got that card. So he wanted the Lugia too. That's the funny part. He really wanted the Lugia and he ended up getting that one. He wasn't upset about it, just really cool that he got that. Wobbuffet, flip over this 10 damage to itself, of course. Machamp, okay. Knocking Hammer 80, discard the top card of your opponent's. Oh! That's kind of deadly. You know, Corkscrew Punch 30, 2 energy. Early on. Oh! Meletta. At the beginning of this turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot, put a random psychic energy from your deck into your... Oh, it's like a Pokemon. Oh, interesting. Black shot for 50. Okay. Okay, so we got technically 2 EXs, but one of them is a rainbow. We got 2 6-packs, so 2 shinies. A rainbow border. Not too bad. To get a rainbow border and a shiny in the same one, not awful at all. Oh yeah, we also had 9,000 cards a couple days ago, like yesterday, day before. A lot of new cards here. Hopefully we can push it to like 70. A lot of repeats though too. Okay. Oh, we got to 80. 75 out of 155. Okay. 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 How many hourglasses we got left? 1265. I wish Pokemon Company would sponsor me with some like free Poke Gold streams or something. I would definitely do it. Would do it in a heartbeat. We really got to grind rank this season. So if anybody knows any meta decks or the decks that will be meta, we will be grinding rank heavily this season so we can try to play catch up on the stuff that we've missed. So we can really get some hourglasses for this next season. We really need those. Not in like a bad way, just, you know, the more hourglasses we have, the more pulls I can do for you guys on stream, more pulls I can do for myself. I typically don't use my hourglasses outside of the pulls for stream. So pretty much they just sit here the whole time, but you know. Just trying to give you guys more content. All right, we're gonna do right to left since we did right. We're trying to alternate that, so we're gonna do right to left this time. And okay, that's the scariest one because I heard absolutely nothing. No rainbows, no Skittles, no nothing. So absolutely scared of what we get here. Absolutely afraid, terrified even actually, of what we get here. Let's see. Galarian Zigzagoon. Okay, we got 1 3 diamond in the back, I think. Okay, a new Pikachu, Thunder Jolt. It does 10 damage to itself. It's okay, useless. Okay, well, it's one we already had. Okay, we didn't have this. This is new. Needle Arm. I think we got Chessman already. Lady, okay. Swift. This isn't okay. Another Mawile, another Vanilla. Okay, well, you can only some primer. Okay, we didn't have this. Spit it out shot. This attack does. Okay. Champ. Let's die. Scooter or Court. During your next turn, Attacks used by your Pokemon do plus 20 damage to your opponent's attack. Alright. But if bro, don't show me another one of those, or one of these, or one of these. Metacham. Okay, didn't have this, needed this. If this Pokemon has psychic energy attached to it, they attack this. What the? That's kind of insane. Scraggy. Hey, Harambe was good with it. Slack off. Palladian, Dual Blade. Wellspring Mask, or what is this? Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 40 damage. Imagine calling this out when you get ready to like battle. The hell is that Pokemon? I'm trying to figure out. Chandelure. Attack does 20 more damage for each support card in your discard pile. Ooh. I had someone share this to me earlier. Sand Slash. Okay. This art isn't too bad, but I do think the Sandshrew art is a lot better. Fury Swipes. Family Beatdown. Flip a coin for each tab mouse that you have in play. This does 60. Again, relies on luck. Juggler. Bagon. Litwit. Wow. Okay. Another Mimikyu EX. Really would have rathered we gotten the Mega Swampert EX here, but sure. Galarian Mr. Not a fan of that. Score Bunny. Okay. Flop. Wow. Galarian Zigzagoon early on. Oh, I did not know this was in here. I didn't know this was in here. Yo, this looks so pretty. Yo, no, I need the 2-star of this ASAP. Yo, no. This is a new chase card. Like, what's the 2-star look like for this? I need this. Yo. During your opponent's next turn, they can't take any energy from their energy zone to attach to the. Whoa. Ah, nah, that's kind of painful, low key. That means you have to continuously build your backline if they get this off. What? If my concept on thought is, yeah, only 2 energy too. And you could use Misty for this if you wanted to. If you could get Misty on the field. So if you played, like if you went first and you played Alolan Vulpix, and then your second turn comes around, you have 1 energy, and you drop it on Alolan Vulpix, and then you evolve into Alolan Ninetales, then you play Misty, you can, yeah. That's insane. I need the 2-star of that immediately. Stunky. Although I don't really like this Pokemon, I don't hate it nearly as much as I hate Trubbish. And probably Nosepass and Muck, honestly. Playing this game just brings me pain now. It does, because if you play ranked or you play against people, like if you're not playing meta, you're not having fun. Nothing here. Rescudo. Ralts. No, this is a pain in the ass. Heal 20 damage for your active Pokemon. If you healed any damage in this way, flip a coin. If heads, put this lucky Ice Pop back into your hand instead of your discard pile. And then you can play it again. It happened to me in my solo match. I was fighting, I was playing against the Kangaskhan deck, and they played this and they flipped a coin and got heads and healed, and then played it again and then got healed and flipped again, got heads. They did it to me like 5 times in a row. They went from like 80 damage back to full health and then KO'd my Pokemon. It was very unfair, actually. We're on pack 10 and we got jack shit. Oh, Galarian Rapidash. Sure, starting. Oh fuck! I should have read that. That was a good one. No, that's BS. No, because I thought it was like the card goes back into your hand and you can play it next turn. And then I wasn't looking at the screen. I was letting it autoplay. So I looked back down and I started noticing like his health was up, and I was like, oh, what happened to his health? Why is it so high? And I read the card. I said, oh hell no! Each basic Pokemon in play, both yours and your opponents, get 20 plus HP. Starting points. Okay. Yeah, the stadium card's gonna add a whole new dimension to this game, if I'm being honest. A lot more like mind gaming. Like you really got to start trying to outthink your opponent. Like, is it worth me playing this card? Is it, or should I just take the L and try to figure it out outside of that? We were almost at 100. We got too many repeat cards there. Okay, so chat, I have to ask, since we're here, we have 1,145 hourglasses left. Should we pull on Fantastical Parade again, and see if we get any of these cards, or should we go pull on Mega Rising and see if we can get that Mega Gyarados? Really stuck between the two. Not gonna lie, Fantastical Parade kind of got my heart because they have been. It wasn't too shabby just now. So kind of between a rock and a hard place on which one to pick. Let's see. Survey says nothing actually. Chat got real quiet. With that being said, then chat, fuck it, we ball out. Not probably the most. Hold on, new setting it. Ah, well, chat did speak. Which held my previous message. You must have said something and it was like, never mind. I don't know why. All right, we went left. We went right to left, so we're gonna go left to right. Please, we need rainbows. We need chimes. We need something. Chat, share your energy with me now. Oh, we got hold. Oh, we got hold. That was too quiet. That was too quiet. A low environment. Okay, I didn't have this. Put the random cards among. Now, so from your deck into your pick. Whoa, okay. Trip. Didn't have this belly bolt. Electric ball. This is an interesting looking Pokemon. I'm not gonna hold you. And not in a like super cool, interesting way. Kind of like the who came up with this and where did this idea come from kind of way. Peculiar Plaza. Okay, this is one of the ones that was like very much featured. Yeah, like if you play this and someone's running Giratina, you're probably cooked. Or Mewtwo, not a fun time. Galarian Mr. Mime didn't have this. Tespin. Yo, what? That's. You could give me other EXs in this set. There are like 4 other EXs. Cubone, Mawile, Galarian Rapidash. Mawile again, Slack Off. Also, Sandslash. See what I mean? Gigalith EX. Yeah, give me something I don't have. Megaton Cannon. This attack does 140 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. During your next turn, this Pokemon can attack. But it doesn't lose the energy. So it just has to survive, which it probably will. Thing just looks like a bunch of spikes. Chuckle, Ladybug, Iron, Villa. Alright, 6-pack magic right here. Sail Fossil, didn't have this. Play this card which is a 40 base fee. And anytime during your turn, you may discard this card from play. This card cannot retreat. Yeah, see, I didn't know that about the other fossils, and I retreated one, and then it died, and I was like, oh. I didn't know they couldn't retreat. I felt real stupid. I already have Mudkip. Pyroar, didn't have this, and I don't have Leo for this set. I have a Pyroar, but not for this set. Okay, well, there we go. Pack 8. Oh my god, Cell Fossil. No, oh, I didn't have Vanilla Sport Bunny. Bro, how many Tyrants am I gonna get? Reboot. Does this card have an EX in the set? Another Sport Bunny? Oh, let me know. Okay, didn't have this. If you have another flex and play, this Pokemon does 20 plus damage to your opponent and takes negative 20. Okay. Thanks. Pressure. Oh! Why were these EXs, by the way? Why was this not an EX? This looks really cool. Also, fun fact, I think this card, since it's blue flare, I think they should have done like some type of blue aura around this or something. I don't know. Would have been cool. Would have been cool. Okay, so no real hits whatsoever. No real. We got another EX that we didn't have, so there's that. But no real actual like chase cards. So far, that double Sightseer kind of set a set a high bar and we haven't been able to like quite grasp it. But maybe we will. Okay. To be fair, we're almost done with all of the grass type. I want to say that's almost all of these. If I knew what this was, that would let me know. Because I definitely think this might be a 1-star. My guess is we got all the dragon types. That's also funny to me. It's like there's a little trophy for like collecting like X amount of cards, and I think it's like 1,000 of each type. And there's 1,000 for dragon types, but there are so few dragon types in this game that you'd have to just pull a bunch of dragon types every time. Like every time. And so yeah, we probably got like 3 more fighting type, 4 more, 3 more electric, a lot more. Probably a lot more water. Maybe like 2 more fire. Maybe 1 more fire. No, maybe a little more fire. Like 3 or 4, maybe 5 more grass. We got 106 out of 155, so we have well over half the set. All right, that leaves us with 1,025 hourglasses. We're gonna go ahead and bite the bullet here. I shouldn't do it, but we are. This is the last one. For real, Evander Holyfield, for real, this is the last one. And okay, we heard some chimes, saw some rainbows. All right, Galarian Meow, I didn't have this, needed it. Galarian Linoon, didn't have it, needed it. Cubone, Gardevoir, okay, didn't have this, needed it. Side Turbo, take 2 energy from your energy zone and attach it to one of your bench Pokemon. Interesting, okay. I think the immersive, I think the EX does this kind of, or the Mega Evolution Gardevoir does this. Guardy, Scatterbug, Galarian Stumpfist, Minoon, also on the bench, does 10 damage. Scatterbug again. Metal Core Barrier. I saw this, yeah. If this card is attached to one of your Pokemon, discard at the end of turn. The metal Pokemon this card is attached to takes 50 less damage from attacks. But it's only for that turn, so like the next turn this goes away. It's not a permanent Pokemon tool, which is kind of great. Because if it was a permanent tool, it'd be kind of overpowered, not gonna lie. Okay, Persian. Didn't have this one. Okay, didn't have this either. Sweets Relay. Ah, they're still using that move? Ooh! I don't know how you say this. Blacephalon EX? I don't know how you say it. It's an Ultra Beast. I'm not a big fan of the Ultra Beast, if I'm being honest. Not that I knew much about them until this card game. And they came out with that set, which was Extra Dimensional Crisis. Wasn't a big fan of them then, still not a big fan now. They're okay, I suppose, but it's what it is. Singe, your opponent's active Pokemon is now burned, and then Pop Punk, discard 3 energy from this Pokemon, but you do 140 damage. I am trying to figure out with Singe, with burned, do you do 10 damage with burned or 20? I can't remember if that's an every Pokemon thing or if that depends on the Pokemon thing, if that makes sense. Now, I know there are some things that like certain Pokemon will have certain abilities where it's like, oh, well, this particular Pokemon now does 20 damage with this. I know there's one for like poison that does that. I just can't remember who it is. Anywho. Okay, yeah, I knew it wasn't a God Pack. Roserade. Snubble. Didn't have this Snubble. We get a lot of Snubbles and Granbulls, oddly enough. Ooh. Okay. Shiny Tauros. Fighting Tackle. Does Tauros have a Mega, by the way? Anybody know that? I think it does. If your Pokemon's active Pokemon is an EX, it's just 80 more damage? Okay, so this is kind of like Sudowoodo, because Sudowoodo does, I think, 20 plus damage on EX cards, which is great if you're using it against an electric deck that has EXs, because you're going to do the plus 20 and then you're going to do plus 20 more. So it's really effective. But this takes 3 energy where Sudowoodo only takes 1. So I don't know. But it is a basic though. Pretty cool shiny. Tauros is also one of those lackluster Pokemon that like I don't have to have a bunch of them. 1 is enough. Nothing here. Ladian, Pumpkaboo. This is one of the chase cards. This is one of the ones I want. I want this full art, 2-star. Heal 90 damage from one of your Pokemon that has 2 or more energy attached. If healed any damage in this way, discard 2 energy. Okay, yeah. So, very great, but you do have to discard energy. And it has to have 2 or more. So, while it might seem overpowered, it can be very like one-sided because it'll heal, but it will set you back. And it does require you to be at a certain energy build before you can even use it. So it might sit in your hand for a while, which means you almost have to be on the brink of death and just getting what you needed before you can actually do anything with it. Kill your plaza, man. Okay. Okay, Bagon, Rahoot, Cell Fossil, Player, Mr. Mon, Sightseer. Woo! Shiny Kendra EX. Okay. Am I happy I got it? Yes. Would I trade this for that 2-star Deanne? Yeah, easy. Or for the immersive Guardivar, Mega Guardivar? Yes. During your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon can't retreat. Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever read the Kendra EX, like how it works. I don't think I ever thought I was going to use it. Purple. Wasn't expecting that, by the way. I shouldn't have peeked. Oh, we got a Rainbow Border. Glaring Meowth, Litleo, Machamp. Mimikyu EX. I also didn't take screenshots of those last 2 cards. I have to go back and take screenshots of those. Ooh, it's like a Toxel. I also didn't take a screenshot of another card. Damn, I'm slacking actually, because I didn't think they were that great. No, we don't check. Okay, it wasn't. Let's go. Ponyta, Legion, Sparrow. Okay. Pack number 9, Sentret, Passimian, Litwick, Skunk Tank. Didn't have this. Smoke Screenshot, 70 during your opponent's next turn. If the depending Pokemon tries to use an attack, your opponent flips a coin. Didn't happen. Interesting. Starting Plains. Alright, nothing here. Galarian, Mr. Mime, Glossopler, Bagon, for Guzzlord. See, yeah, not a fan. Flip a coin if that's. Who wants a Guzzlord, bro? Let me scroll back through. Yeah, there were cards I forgot to take screenshots of. Hold on, chat. Alright. And when these get added, I'll go through and definitely see the ones I didn't take pictures of. I like how we got off to a decent start with new cards we didn't have before. Yeah, we took a screenshot of Mawa, we took a screenshot of that. We didn't take a screenshot of this. I don't see that on there. We did take a screenshot of this. Let me check any of the EXs that I got. Yeah, we got a screenshot. We have 3 of these. To be fair, I think that's all of them. Like all the ones I got anything for. Okay. I think that's all of them. That leaves us with 905 hourglasses. And we've already bought everything from the store. We've already started working on our solo battles, so we're pretty much running through them all. I don't see us doing any more. So let's check our Wonder Picks real quick. See if we got anything in here that's interesting. Okay. We don't have either of these, so that'd be pretty cool. Was that 5 or 6? Or was that 4? We did 4 for sure. Did we do 5? 5, 10 packs? Anywhere between 50 to 60 cards. That's for sure. But with that being said, YouTube, that's where we're going to end the video. There was nothing in there for me to pull. So I will catch you guys in the next one when this video goes up. I can't tell you, this video is an hour long almost. So Hopefully you guys aren't too mad and you actually watch through. If you were doing pulls with me and you did your free pack pulls, or you did 10 packs or anything like that because you felt inspired, please, you know, let me know below in the comments on what you got or anything like that. And if you guys ever want to catch these live, again, it's twitch.tv/SasukeKJJ3. I try to do these live on there as often as possible whenever a new set comes out. So, you know, if you ever want to join my Discord or catch my Twitch notifications, links and everything like that should be in the description and the profile. So I will see you guys in the next one. Later.